don't. I think ever since you've come into office, things are really looking up. Gas is up, rent is up, food is up, everything.
If he gets in, you will have a depression the likes of which you've never seen.
What does the future hold? And here we get to the big bad cloud that is looming.
Everyone is talking about inflation.
Inflation.
You will soon be paying more at the pump and at the grocery store as the price of an oil hits $100 a barrel. Okay, 97 now, 100 a few moments ago. Energy price inflation is going to kick in. And when energy goes up, everything goes up.
Two separate polls show a majority describing the economy as poor or fair and disapproving of Biden's handling of the situation. And then there are the everyday problems, supply chain problems leaving supermarket shelves bare, groceries and petrol costing much more, inflation climbing to 7%, the biggest 12-month gain for 40 years.
In October 2021, inflation took its biggest jump in more than 30 years. It's hitting specific parts of the economy hardest. Drivers face a 59% increase at the pump compared to 1 year ago. The average used vehicle is selling for 26% more than it was a year ago. Vacation homes are renting out at a premium too.
This graph charts the Consumer Price Index, a metric that measures the average change in prices for consumer goods and services compared to a year ago. Or more simply put, inflation. In May of this year, prices spiked 5% to reach the highest annual inflation rate in nearly 13 years.
Nobody likes inflation. Nobody wants to pay higher prices for anything, really.
I just think we're a little more careful. I notice it in almost every product. Fruits, vegetables, which we buy a lot of, deli products. I can't really see anywhere that the prices have gone down, but they've gone up.
The U.S. Commerce Department, they released the GDP report. In the first quarter of 2022, the U.S. economy shrank at an annual rate of 1.4%. So I want to put that into perspective for you. In the fourth quarter of 2021, U.S. GDP grew at a rate of 6.9%. So it was a big and rapid decline.
President Biden ruled out the possibility of the U.S. entering a recession. Despite the shrinking GDP in the first quarter, Joe Biden has tried to indicate that the U.S. economy is in good shape, pointing out a jump in consumer and business spending and low unemployment levels.
In a press conference at the White House, President Joe Biden said he wasn't worried, citing solid consumer spending and a strong labor market.
Well, I'm not concerned about a recession.
Really?
I mean, you're always concerned about a recession, but the GDP, fell to 1.4%.
The U.S. economy shrank in the first quarter of 2022 because American exports decreased, American imports increased, we suffered supply chain problems, businesses spent less money on inventory, and the stimulus money has been wearing off. So that's why the economy shrank, but I guess it's easier to just say COVID, inflation, the war in Ukraine, and just throw in the Republicans too.